Good day everyone. Our topic for today is all about graphs of rational function. So let's start. So first, let's define some terms before we actually graph some rational functions. So the first one is intercepts. Ano nga ba yung intercepts? So an intercept of a rational function is a point where the graph of the rational function intersects the x or the y axis. So to find the y-intercept, let x equals to 0, then solve for y. To solve for x-intercept, let y equals to 0, then solve for x. May example tayo dyan, so gagawin natin yan maya-maya lang. The second one is an asymptotes. Ano ba yung asymptotes? An asymptotes is a straight line that constantly approaches a given curve but does not meet at any infinite distance. In other words, asymptote is a line that a curve approaches as it moves towards infinity. So again, as it moves towards infinity, should be positive and negative infinity. So meron tayong tatlong klase ng asymptotes. We have the vertical asymptotes, horizontal asymptotes, and the oblique or slant asymptotes. Now, vertical asymptotes, when x approaches some constant value c from the left or right, the curve moves towards infinity or negative infinity, and this is called vertical asymptotes. Anong itsura nun? Pag ganito. Okay? So, paano siya nakukuha? Paano ba hinahanap tong vertical asymptotes na to? So, to find the vertical asymptote, equate the denominator of the rational function to 0 and then solve for that value. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple. So, don't worry. Meron tayong example nito mamaya. Horizontal asymptote. When x moves to positive infinity or negative infinity, the curve approaches some constant value b and called as horizontal asymptote. Ano itsura nun? So, kanina vertical, ngayon naman is horizontal. And like this. Okay? So, the location of the horizontal asymptote is determined by looking at the degrees of the numerator and the denominator. Pag sinabi nating degrees, nakita natin yung word na degrees, ibig sabihin yan is the highest exponent. Okay? Kung ano man yung nasa numerator, ano yung pinakamataas na exponent ng variable x. So, yun yung degree. Okay. So, malalaman daw yung pagtingin lang sa degree. So, una, first case, is if the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. So, mas malaki na sa denominator. Ibig sabihin, the x-axis or y is equals to 0 is the horizontal asymptote. So, let's have an example. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Mas mataas yung degree ng denominator kumpara kay numerator. So, open tayo ng Desmos. May ginawa na akong example kanina. So, i-open na lang natin. So, let's have the horizontal asymptote like this. Kung mapapansin, yung function natin is equals to 9 over x cubed plus 6. So, yung nasa taas, constant yan. And yung nasa ibaba ay cubic. X raised to 3. So, meaning, mas mataas yung degree nung nasa denominator. So, as you can see, yung kanyang horizontal asymptote, I have the horizontal, guys. So, yung horizontal asymptote niya is yung x-axis. So, pag napunta ka sa infinity, positive infinity, and negative infinity, hindi siya didikit doon sa x-axis. So, pwede nyo itry. Mukha lang dumikit yan, pero pag sinum natin yan like this, pag isinumpa natin, yan, pag sinumpa natin, makikita natin na meron silang gap ng x-axis kasi hindi yan magmi-meet kahit kailan. Okay, so another example. Kuha po tayo ng isang example. Horizontal asymptote. So, mas mataas yung degree ng denominator sa numerator. So, kung papansin nyo ito ay raised to 1, x raised to 1, ito ay x raised to 2. So, mas mataas yung degree ng denominator. So, kung mapapansin, ganito yung itsura niya. And pagdating sa positive and negative infinity, hindi yan magmi-meet doon sa ating x-axis. Okay, nasasabihin nyo sa akin, sir, sa bandang gitna nag-meet sila. Di ba yung asymptotes ay hindi nagmi-meet? Sinabi kanina sa definition na pag sinabi nating asymptote, ito ay when x approaches negative and positive infinity. So, yun titingnan natin. Positive infinity and yung negative infinity. Okay? So, hindi yung nasa pagitan nila. Nakuha? So, asymptotes pa rin natin yung x-axis. Okay? So, let's move on. Next case, so kapag tandaan mabuti, kapag mas malaki yung denominator, automatic x-axis yung horizontal asymptote niya. So, second case, if the degree of the numerator is equal sa degree ng denominator. So, ang sabi doon, yung horizontal asymptote natin is yung ratio nung leading coefficient. Ano naman yung leading coefficient? Yung leading coefficient, iyan yung coefficient nung ating leading term. Nagdagan na naman. Sir, ano yung leading term? Yung leading term, iyon po yung kasama nung variable na merong highest exponent. So, para mas maintindihan natin, let's have an example. Open tayo ng Desmos. Okay, hanap tayo na equal. So, yung una natin example. Okay, kung mapapansin, meron tayo dito nakikita na 4x plus 6 and 2x minus 5. Same sila ng degree kasi ito ay raised to 1 yung nasa numerator at raised to 1 lang din yung nasa denominator. Now, ano daw yung horizontal asymptote niya? Ang sabi, yung ratio nung leading coefficient ng numerator at yung leading coefficient ng denominator. So, in this case, this is just y is equals to 4 divided by 2 or simply y is equals to 2. So, kung papansin, baguhin lang natin yung kulay. Baguhin lang natin yung kulay niya like this. Gawin natin yung dotted. Done. Okay, kung mapapansin, dun sa y is equals to 2, hindi siya doon didikit. Nakuha. Asymptote siya doon sa line na iyon. So, kung mapapansin, sir, parang range lang ba yan? Yes, very good. So, ito ay shortcut sa pagkuha ng range. Kaya kung napansin nyo, napakabilis kong sagutan ng mga sa range, sa domain and range ng rational. Kasi ang titingnan ko lang naman yung ratio nung leading coefficient. So, ganun lang kabilis yung pagkuha ng range niya. So, in this case, kung gusto natin kunin yung range niyan, ang range niyan is from negative infinity up to 2, not counted, union from 2 to positive infinity. And that's it. Another example tayo ng equal. Okay, ito. Equal yung kanilang degree. So, ito ay x squared. Yung sa ibaba ay x squared din. So, raised to 2 and then raised to 2. So, same sila ng degree. Ito yung kanilang graph. Okay na. Paano mahanap yung horizontal asymptote? So, yung ratio nung leading coefficient. So, ito ay 4 divided by 1. So, 4 over 1 or simply y is equals to 4. So, ito yung linya na yun. So, kung papansin, hindi siya aabot o hindi man lang siya magi-intersect doon sa linya na y is equals to 4. Okay, so pwede kayong mag-download ng Desmos and then itry nyo yung mga ginraph natin. Pwede nyo i-zoom yan para makita nyo na hindi sila magdidikit. Okay, so let's move on. The last case is when the degree of the numerator is greater than the degree of the denominator. So, mas malaki ngayon yung degree ng numerator kaysa sa denominator. So, ang sabi doon, pag ganun ang nangyari, wala siyang horizontal asymptote. Okay? So, walang horizontal asymptote. Open tayo ng Desmos. So, greater than yung numerator kaysa sa denominator. Hanap tayo. Okay. So, etong part na to. So, kung mapapansin, yung numerator natin ay x raised to 3, yung denominator natin ay x raised to 1. So, mas malaki yung degree ng numerator kaysa sa denominator. Kaya kung mapapansin, kung liliitan natin to, yan, wala siyang horizontal asymptote. So, wala kayong makikitang kahit anumang horizontal asymptote dyan. So, ito yung ating unang example. Balik tayo sa ating discussion. Meron pang kasunod kasi yan. However, if the degree of the numerator ay mas malaki lang ng isa sa denominator, meron siyang tinatawag na oblique or slant asymptote. Isa lang yung lamang ng degree ng numerator sa denominator. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Pakita na lang natin sa example. Okay, like this. Tingnan natin yung degree ng numerator. Yung degree nito ay raised to 2, at ay raised to 1. So, mas malaki ng isa yung degree ng numerator kaysa sa denominator. So, anong ibig sabihin kapag ganun? Meron daw siyang tinatawag na slant asymptote. So, ito ngayon yung kanyang slant asymptote. So, tingnan nyo mabuti. Wala yung horizontal asymptote. Pero meron siyang slant asymptote. Okay, so ano yung slant? Pag dumating tayo sa point na yun, tuturo ko naman sa inyo, especially kapag nasa calculus na tayo. Okay? So, tuturo ko naman kung paano kunin yung slant asymptote na yan. So, at this point, eto siya. Okay. So, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi siya tatama dyan sa line na y equals to x plus 4. Okay, so let's move on. Balik na tayo sa ating discussion. Continue tayo. Now, oblique asymptote. Napakita natin to kanina. When x move towards positive and negative infinity, the curve towards to a line y is equals to mx plus b. And this is called an oblique asymptote. So, napakita na natin yan kanina. Okay? So, let's have an example. Determine the intercept and asymptotes of the following rational functions. We have 3 examples. Simulan natin sa number 1. So, solution. We need to find the intercepts. So, tandaan, meron tayong x-intercept at meron tayong y-intercept. So, for x-intercept, to get the x-intercept, let y is equals to 0 and then solve for x. Ang tanong, sir, wala po kaming y dyan. So, remember na yung f of x is also equals to y. And the function looks like this. So, yung f of x becomes y. So, meron tayong papalitan. So, para makuha natin yung x-intercept, yung y gawin lang natin 0. Then, solve for x. Cross multiply, yung x minus 1 na to, magiging 0. So, magiging 0 equals to 3x plus 6 na lang. Lipat yung 6 or minus 6 both side. Then, divided by 3. We have negative 2 is equals to x. So, anong ibig sabihin? Yung ating function ay dumaan sa negative 2 nung x-axis. Okay? So, para makuha naman natin yung y-intercept, let x be equals to 0 and then solve for y. So, ganito gagawin natin. Lahat ng x, papalitan lang natin ng 0. Next, simplify natin. So, kung mapapansin, lahat ng kasama ng x, 0 na yan. So, matitira na lang dito ay 6 over negative 1 or simply negative 6. So, anong ibig sabihin? Yung graph niya ay dumaan sa y-axis sa point na negative 6. So, therefore, the graph crosses the x-axis at negative 2 and y-axis at negative 6. And we're done. For intercept. We're done for intercept. So, dun tayo kay asymptotes. So, vertical asymptote, let the denominator be equal to 0. So, yung denominator, ano yung denominator natin? X minus 1. Equate natin sa 0 and then solve for x. So, x is equals to 1. Ibig sabihin, itong line na x equals to 1, ito yung ating vertical asymptote. Nakuha? So, medyo madali lang, diba? Next, horizontal asymptote. Now, since the degree of the numerator is equal to the degree of denominator, ito ay raised to 1, x raised to 1, ito ay x raised to 1. So, same lang sila ng degree. So, paano makukuha yung horizontal asymptote? Ito ay yung ratio ng ating numerical coefficient. So, ano ba yung mga numerical coefficient natin? Yung 3, saka yung 1. So, 3 over 1 or simply 3. So, therefore, the graph is asymptote to x equals to 1. Ito yung vertical. And y equals to positive 3. Ito naman yung horizontal. So, and we're done. Now, let's move on to number 2. So, for intercepts, again, meron tayong x and y intercept. So, to solve for x-intercept, let y equals to 0. Like this. And then solve for x. Cross multiply. This becomes 0 is equals to 9. Now, this is impossible. Hindi yan equal. 0 is not equal to 9. So, anong ibig sabihin pag nagkaganyan yung ating situation? There's no x-intercept. Anong ibig sabihin? Hindi siya dumaan sa x-axis. Okay? So, wala siyang intercept. So, hindi man lang siya sumagi o hindi siya dumaan sa x-axis natin. So, how about the y-intercept? So, let x equals to 0 and then solve for y. Like this. So, ito ay 0 na. So, matitira na lang is 9 over negative 9 or simply negative 1. So, therefore, the graph crosses y-axis at negative 1 and does not cross the x-axis kasi wala siyang x-intercept. And we're done. For the intercept, so punta tayo kay asymptote. Again, to vertical asymptote, para makuha, let the denominator be equal to 0. Denominator niya is x squared minus 9, so equal to 0. Pwede siyang i-factor, like x plus 3 times x minus 3 equal to 0. We can now solve for x. In this case, x equals to negative 3, and in this factor, x equals to positive 3. Now, how about the horizontal asymptote? Since the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, ito ay constant, ito ay raised to 2, so mas malaki yung nasa denominator. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? So, balikan natin yung lecture kanina. Ibig sabihin nun, yung ating horizontal asymptote is y equals to 0 or the x-axis. So, next, let's move on. Therefore, the graph is asymptote to x equals to negative 3 and x equals to 3 and y is equals to 0. And we're done. Number 3. Let's have this example. F of x equals to x squared minus 4 all over x squared minus 4x. Intercepts. We have the x-intercept. Let y equals to 0 again. And then solve for x. Cross multiply. This becomes x squared minus 4. Nasa numerator na lang equal to 0. Solve for x. Pwede siyang i-factor as x minus 2 times x plus 2. Therefore, x equals to positive 2 or negative 2. So, yun yung kanyang x-intercept. Dumaan siya sa negative 2 and positive 2 ng x-axis. For y-intercept naman, let x equals to 0. Then solve for y. So, ito yung pinakamadali. Kasi lahat lalagyan mo ng 0. So, yung nasa ibaba, 0 minus 0. Ang nasa denominator ay 0. Pwede bang mag-0? The answer is no. So, y is equals to undefined. Therefore, the graph crosses x-axis at negative 2 and positive 2 and does not cross the y-axis. So, wala siyang y-intercept. Okay? Kasi nag-undefined siya. Ibig sabihin, walang value. So, we're done sa intercept. Let's move on to the asymptotes. Vertical asymptote. Yung denominator equal to 0. X squared minus 4x equal to 0. Then solve for x. Now, pwede siya i-factor, common factor. X times x minus 4 equals to 0. So we have the values of x be equals to 0 or positive 4. Okay? And horizontal asymptote. Since the degree of the numerator is equal to the degree of the denominator, so ito ay ratio lang. Kapag equal, ratio lang siya. So ito yung atin, equal yung kanilang degree. So ang gagawin natin, yung kasama ng x squared is 1, over kasama ng x squared is 1. So 1 over 1 is simply 1. Therefore, the graph is asymptote to x equals to 0, x equals to 4, and y is equals to 1. And we're done. And that's all for today. And as always, that's it.